So today we are going to do the unboxing of the Meepo Mini 3 Max. What is my thoughts about it? If you want to know that and much more, stay tuned after the intro. Hi everyone, Marcus here from MADpack, and if you love skateboards, I'm still showing some of them, and I have to say thank you for Meepo to provide me this one to review, or in this case to do the unboxing, because if you follow me for a while, you know that I had a massive injury on my knee, and until next summer I'll not be able to ride again. So we are going to talk a little bit more about this one. What is my thoughts when I basically have ride all the brands that you have on the market. So inside this box you have a skateboard that will be capable of doing basically 20 miles or 32 kilometers. And when we talk about top speeds, 28 miles or 45 kilometers, but I definitely don't recommend you to ride at those kinds of speed. Come on! The batteries that you'll find here, they are 18650 batteries and with a total of 324 watt hours, basically 25 watt hours more than the previous one, but basically for the same kind of price. We are talking about a battery with a configuration of 12S 3P, and the skateboard that I was comparing is the old Meepo Mini 5. The incline of this skateboard is 22%, so not shabby for something so small. And also when we talk about charging times, basically in 3 hours you have this skateboard fully charged. And one thing that I'm really excited to see here is the fact that this skateboard already comes with a smart BMS, and if you don't know, it's super important for the safety of your home. Before we even take out of the box, you can already see the grip tape, and I have to say that the grip tape is better than the grip tape that you could find on the Meepo Mini 5, and I also prefer the look of it because it looks much more premium, and even it reminds me a bit the Boosted Board Mini that many years was that skateboard that everyone wanted in a small version. Let's put this guy aside and see a little bit closer inside the box what you can find. So inside the box you have obviously the cable to charge, you have some extra goodies in here, so it's some extra screws, you have an Allen key, you have your skate tool, those kind of generic ones that you see in all skateboard brands, nothing like the one that I received from Onsra that was simply amazing. You have your manual that, to be honest, I really don't care about it. And you have some warning cards here, a USB-C that is going to be for your remote, but it doesn't make sense that everything is black and this one is white. And here you have your charging, and this one charged at 2.5 amps, basically something very common on electric skateboards. The remote, we'll check it and we'll talk a little bit more, but I have to say, and if you saw my review of the Meepo Mini 5, I was not a fan of the remote. But this one is a massive improvement. So let's talk about the motors, and it's insane what you get out of the box for the price. So if I put side by side with the Meepo Mini 5, you had on the Meepo Mini 5 that I still have at home, you had two motors of 500 watts. Here, two motors of 800 watts. So it's 600 watts more for the same kind of price. And you know, I'm not a big fan of hub motors, because yes, you have much less maintenance, it's much more silent, and that can be a massive advantage if you are somewhere that is illegal to ride an electric skateboard. But at the same time, you are going to feel much more the bumps on the road. I normally prefer belt motors, and to be honest, even if it's illegal in the UK, I love the sound. And I understand for someone that is just starting, having a solution like this that have much less maintenance can be a massive plus. When we talk about the dimensions of your deck, we have here 765 millimeters by 235. So basically the same kind of sizes that you'll find on the Meepo Mini 5. When we talk about the deck, you have here 7 layers of maple and 1 of bamboo. And as you are already aware, don't expect any flex on this kind of skateboard. So when we talk about the front tire, you have a 90 by 60 and is a 78A. And on the back, you are going to get, once again, the 90 by 60, but it's softer, 83A. So yes, Meepo is trying to make things a little bit more comfortable for you by using 78A on the front, using a material that is a bit more squishy and obviously it runs faster, but the tires on the front, they don't run as fast as the ones on the back. And here with the 83A, the main objective is to protect your motors. But if you have the opportunity, just change as soon as you can for cloud wheels, because it's going to make your ride safer and also smoother. But also you are going to change your tires more often. but that's something that I really don't care. Safety and comfort for me is everything. When we talk about the trucks, we are talking about 7-inch RKP trucks. And I have to say, just by the look, I really like it, but the bushings, not a big fan. I really miss that they put extra bushings on the box like it happens on the Mini 5, because on the Mini 5 you had all the bushings of 92As. So I normally prefer something a little bit softer, but if you like to go fast, definitely a plus. Besides the bushings, I have to say that a lot of things are done properly. First of all, I really like these little covers in plastic. What they are doing is they are protecting and also helping that the cable management is perfect, and this is impossible to disconnect, so definitely a plus. Something that happened to me in other skateboards, and it can be super dangerous, because when you lose one motor, it means also that you lose brakes, so definitely something that you don't want to happen. I think that they could use a material that is a little bit more squishy to have the razors in here. I understand why they have, it's just to try to bring the tires a little bit further away from the board, and in that way you don't have any bites, so definitely a plus. Another thing that I can see that they've seen my videos and they have made an improvement is the fact that now you have something to protect your tail, something that, for example, on the Mini 5 you didn't have. And this is a massive plus, because you had to purchase separately, so definitely something that I like. But I have to say that the feeling of this board under, it's insanely good. It feels really premium. I really like the coating as they put it. Is a matte finish and it looks simply amazing. Before we continue, we definitely need to look into this remote, because that was one of the things that I was not really happy with the Mini 5. I didn't really like it, the orange look, because if you fall, you are going to scratch and it was not going to look as nice after a while. And I have to say that the size of it is so much better, because that was a complaint that I had about the remote. It was too small for big guys. I have small hands, so it feels quite comfortable in my hand. And we'll talk about how is the performance and so on in a bit. You have a massive screen and it looks quite bright, so I don't think that you are going to have issues to see what you are doing. You have the buttons in here. I like the fact that they are not raised out of the plastic, so it's impossible to press, something that I complain about the Mini 5, and once again they have improved. When we look to here, you have a bit of a rattle. Here it feels a bit cheap, a bit like it happened on the Mini 5, but at this kind of price I can't expect that everything is perfect. But I have to say that compared to the other version, it's a massive improvement. And here on the back, you are going to find your USB-C, so definitely a plus. And it's quite well protected, so it's quite inside the remote, so not really big chances to damage in there, so definitely a plus. Another thing that is important to talk is the lanyard, quite big. Even if you have big hands, you can fit it, and the way that you can use it, so if you like to ride like this and just push it, is comfortable. And for you guys that like to ride with this finger on the top, super comfortable, and maybe is one of the most comfortable remotes in this type of position, so definitely a plus. When we talk about waterproofing, IPX5, but I definitely don't recommend you to do it. And if you've seen my review of the Onsra skateboards, you know that in one of those videos I had a massive crash because the day before it was raining, so I got my bushings all wet, so it was much easier to get a wobble. I have to say that 8 kilos is nothing, and also the clearance with the floor is perfectly fine, 58 millimeters. The maximum weight on this board, 150 kilograms, but I don't really think that someone with 150 kilograms wants something so small. Is not going to be comfortable, but it can handle your weight, but maybe you should look into something different. So let's see a little bit closer all this enclosure, and I have to say that the plastic is really good. It's divided in two. Here you'll have your ESC, is a LY ESC. Not my favorite brand, but they normally work well, and Meepo normally works with this brand. You have your button here to turn on and turn off, an indication of the battery, and to turn off you just press it, and to turn on you press it once again, and is now working. And you can see that it have basically all the battery. You have the gasket here that is same quality that I'm used to see on Meepo boards, and definitely is good. You have the screws as you expect, but all the material is quite good. And I like the fact that there is a division in here, because if there is any flex, you have less chances that all this structure will break. So definitely a pro. So let's talk about charging port and the position of it. That, if you follow me for a long period of time, is something that I simply hated, because when you have a charging port on the bottom, you have tendency with the vibrations to open. So if you have it on the side, it is more difficult to happen. So definitely something that I don't like, but I have to give the credits that the rubber is good, because many times it's that type of material that you feel that is really, really poor quality. So the rubber is good, and it's not that kind of rubber that over time it gets really dry and brittle. So if you live in a country that is quite hot, that's something that you need to consider about. And I have to say that when it's closed, I doubt that it will open, but imagine that you didn't close properly, you have more chances that it opens. That's why I don't like it as much, and because it's on the bottom, you have more chances that the stone hits there. But when we talk about the charging port in here, good quality, I really like it. Another thing that I just want to show you, that in cheap boards many times it happens, but this doesn't happen, is that even if the board is slightly concave, you can see that with the casket and everything is perfectly fitted. So definitely a pro, and you can see that they are putting more and more time to make a better enclosure to this type of skateboards. They are like entry level price. When we talk about the profile of the deck, also here is slightly concave, not super. So in other words, is going to make it more comfortable, but also less creepy. But because we are talking about a mini board, you don't really want to go super fast. Around 30 kilometers, 35 kilometers, not more than that. So definitely something that I like, but maybe if you want something super concave, this is not the skateboard for you. So now let's talk about performance and what you can expect from this skateboard, and always referring to the Meepo Mini 5, that was the last one, the last skateboard in this type of configuration that I tested in here from the same brand. So in here, you have 10 miles per hour. And if I compare to the Meepo Mini 5, that was 6 miles per hour. So definitely something that I like to see in here. So now let's jump into Gear 2. In Gear 2, the Meepo Mini 5 was capable of 12 miles per hour. And in here, you have 13. So if we compare once again, on the Gear 1, you couldn't go as fast, or at least you didn't have so much torque. Here, very similar to the Meepo Mini 5. So let's jump into the Mode 3. The Meepo Mini 5 was capable of 31 miles per hour. What you are capable to do in here? So the Mode 3 is not as fast as on the Meepo Mini 5. Mode 4. So on the Meepo Mini 5, you had exactly the same speed on the Mode 3 and 4, 31 miles per hour. In here, you have 36. 5 miles per hour more without any weight on it. Another thing that is super important to talk is about your safety, and how much you have to move your finger to accelerate is super important. And that's how you distinguish a good one from a bad skateboard. It reacts quite well, even if it's a LY that I'm not the biggest fan, but the quality is there, is super responsive. And even the braking is smooth. The only thing that I like is that here you have a bit more grip, because yeah, this is me being very picky. And being picky, there is another thing that I really like. The buttons, they are inside the remote. And another thing is that even if you press by mistake once, nothing happened, as you can see. If you press twice, now it changed. So that was something that in other generations of skateboards was very common, but here it doesn't happen. Also, if you brake and you press twice, you can see that you can change from brake 1 to brake 2, brake 3, and brake 4. Don't expect a lot of happening with brake 1, so it takes a bit of time, so it's not braking. It takes maybe 40% of movement. But obviously, if you are on gear 1 or gear 2, you don't want a lot. When you go to brake 2, it happened a little bit earlier, I will say 25 to 30%. Brake 3, maybe a little bit too much for a gear 1, but let's try. The transition feels smoother, so it feels more natural for me. So maybe I will be in brake 3, because for me brakes are super important and it feels more natural. And gear 4, or in this case brake 4, I'll be using maybe between 3 and 4. Before I go to my final thoughts about this skateboard, I have to say thank you to Meepo. Since I had my injury and my surgery, brands of skateboards and electric unicycles, they forgot how much I work for them. Really thankful that Meepo, even if they know and they are aware that I'm not able to ride and give you my final review of riding an electric skateboard, they wanted me to unbox this skateboard for you guys. So thank you so much, Meepo, to give me the chance to see a skateboard again in this channel. Diving into the skateboard, and that will not change my opinion. And if you follow me for a while, you know that that doesn't change. But when we look a little bit closer, the skateboard is really good. For someone that has been riding skateboards for the last 7 years, it's good quality. You can see that Meepo came really far. If you look to Meepo years ago, it was definitely, you could feel it, it was a Chinese brand. It doesn't feel like that out of the box. The deck, the quality, the finish is there. And before, you could see a big difference between a company like an Exway and a Meepo. Is starting to be difficult to see. Even the covers on the tires here, where is your motors, it feels premium. It doesn't feel cheap. So if you are looking to a budget electric skateboard that is quite compact, that it looks like a boosted board, definitely this skateboard is capable to deliver that to you guys. And I think you're going to have a massive blast on this one. But yeah, my name is Marco, this is MADpack. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, smash the thumbs up, do whatever you want, but always with a smile on your face. And I hope to